Hey everybody, welcome to my super quick guide for Sean, the fighter, the boss of the second stage of Sifu. This guy is a bit of a gatekeeper. A lot of people have a lot of trouble getting past him. They did patch it and they made him easier, but you know what? If you're new at the game, he's still going to kick your butt. Just a quick note, this guide is only going to use basic attacks, no unlocks or upgrades of any kind. Just want to do this so no matter what unlocks you've got or what moves you've got, you're going to be able to apply the strategies that I show you. So let's get straight into this. You may not have noticed, but there are staffs along the left and right walls of this arena. But don't just go and get one without planning it though. Sean is pretty good at chasing you and he'll come and hit you from off screen. If you really want to pick up a staff, and I recommend you do because it makes blocking a bit safer, you need to use focus or get a knockdown and then run off and get one. Like I said, it's worth it because it makes blocking a bit safer, definitely seems to give you a better chance of getting a knockdown combo, and it just looks cool. Let's talk about phase 1. So, Sean is quite a simple fighter. He really only has 2 combos, but if you're at sort of medium to long range, he will do some things to try and close the distance. So he's got one where he'll use his staff and do like a stabbing motion. It's very long range, it will catch you off guard. The other move he can do is like a shoulder barge, it's a bit closer range. I recommend the second you see him flinch and move, just hold block. So, he's got 2 combos. They've got very slightly different rhythm to each other, but they're 3 hits, they're all high, there's nothing fancy. So his first combo has got a rhythm a bit like this. And as you can see, he's doing a move where he sort of spins his stick around. His second combo has got a rhythm that's a bit more like this. And again, you can see he does sort of overhead and then he finishes with like an uppercut. Now, if you try and block the entirety of these combos, it will almost always break your guard. He does a huge amount of posture damage to you with his staff. So, how do we deal with this? I'd recommend, till you can read the animations, block the first 2 hits, and then you should have an idea of what the last attack is going to be. So you'll know whether you need to avoid very quickly, or whether you need to put a tiny delay before you do that avoid. As usual, once you've dodged and you've got the punish opportunity, hit him with that heavy attack combo. If you're using the staff, it seems like no matter how loose your timing is, you will always knock him down. But when you're unarmed, unless your avoid is perfect and your timing on hitting the button is perfect, he'll parry you on the last hit. Again, like with Fajar, you can tell when this is going to happen because you'll get a huge stun and like a freeze frame when you hit him. So if you see the freeze frame, finish the combo. If you don't, do 1 or 2 heavies, then use a sweep to knock him down. Pick him up, hit him with the eye poke, knock him down again. You've got a lot of opportunities to do avoids during this fight, so take advantage of them and refill that focus gauge. He won't change tactics through the whole rest of this phase. Last thing I want to say, just before you go into phase 2, if you've got him really low, knock him down or use a focus to hit him over, and then go and get a fresh staff off the wall for phase 2. It will make things a lot quicker and easier. So yeah, phase 2 is a bit more tricky, everything's on fire, it's all a bit dramatic, but ultimately he's still basically just got 2 combos. So his spinny around stick combo is exactly the same. So just avoid that now, you should have good handle on the timing. Avoid, 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 punish. The other combo with the uppercut at the end has changed slightly and it can now have a maximum of 5 hits. It's got a really sneaky low attack at the beginning and a mad strong overhead for the last hit. If you still manage to avoid the uppercut, you can interrupt and stop the mad strong overhead. So again, general strategy here, although you feel confident at avoiding from the first phase, I would say you need to change up a little bit now, block the first attack so you can deal with the high or a low, then go into avoiding. During the longer one of his combos, he's got this annoying tendency to sort of just stop and jump backwards and reset the situation. So sometimes it can take a while to get a chance to get your punish, but just be patient, he will give it to you in good time. Final thing to say, he's got like a burst mode where he goes on fire at the end of the fight. And again, he's got some unique attacks that are sort of new and you won't recognize straight away. Just block, watch what he does. If you see something you don't know, just block. If you take the hit, you take the hit. He'll go straight back into some things that you're familiar with that you can deal with. And that's it. Hopefully these tips have helped. Sean was, God, he was hard the first time I got to him. But you know what? These days he can barely touch me. And you'll get there too. Peace out, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.